and well met, everyone out there in internet land, and welcome to Bonus Action, where friends don't let friends adventure alone. I'm your friendly neighborhood campaign manager, David Armstrong, and I am welcoming also to the table the cast: Jay Schmidt, Jerron Young, Jason Spina, Amanda Nicholas, Josh Hurley, and Adam Lash. When last we left off, you were witness to a couple of important interrogations, the folks that you had detained during your battle at the Parade of Celebrants. One, Keenan Viori, a former friend, acquaintance, connection of Marlin. Something was not quite right. And then things got worse as they were sucked back into the void as a disembodied voice reclaimed their servant. You were a little thrown off and left in that moment. In the other interrogation room, the animist, Lynx Fang Maris, was interviewed by the Gerbine agent, the Smokewing agent, Ventidimus Simber. He was flanked by the two barbarians as they went through a kind of lengthy interrogation with Lynx. They got some information. You learned that the attacks were not connected. It was three uncoordinated, unrelated events converging on the Parade of Celebrants. And as Ventidimus sort of confidently espoused the idea that they had captured the puppet master, the long-fabled puppet master, Lynx Fang Maris ominously said, "You think I walked in here without a plan?" As an explosion rocks the building, we will roll initiative, but I want to welcome everybody to Wild Country. So, I am going to have everybody roll initiative first of all. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we will talk about a few other things.
All right, well.
Let's go. Brick, what'd you get?
14.
14. Marlon?
A 10.
A 10. Rory?
12.
Rory got a 12. Barbie?
17.
Barbie got a 17.
My
Todd?
rolls.
8, please.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Victor?
4.
4. Oh boy.
Wow.
We gotta do something about your initiatives, buddy.
Big guy.
Hey, buddy.
Poor guy.
Sorry, that came out more condescendingly than I planned. But I did plan on it being condescending. Incredible. I'm gonna roll for this dude and also his minions. Oh, wow. Okay, that's fun.
Mignon.
We should fillet these minions.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
I have a feeling that might happen. Okay. We're going to talk about a couple things here. Actually, this will affect it. So I would like everybody who was not in the room, so not the Barbs, but you two and you two can all roll perception checks.
Well, that ain't it.
Okay. I'm gonna look for a DC.
rolled exactly the same.
I'm gonna say it's a DC 18.
18 on the die,
18
no
on the
modifier.
Hey! No mod.
No modifier.
How's
That's
it?
it.
3 scratch at it.
Okay, 3.
Yeah, I was pretty close with also a 3.
You got an 18, no modifier. 7. Okay. Then what I will say is that in this moment, Rory, you just get a feeling that something is about to go wrong. There was a little bit, there was something unnerving about how Ventidimus left the first room. And as you hang back a little bit from the interview, and you notice someone head like kind of down this hallway and around the corner, so that whatever is about to blast, like the radius just hits that room. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like that thing that we do where we like place a fireball, so it's like just on the edge, so it doesn't hurt anybody, but it's like it's just hitting on the corner, that room, and you notice somebody kind of walk that way around the corner before anything happens. So I'm going to allow you to act before kind of rewind time a little bit, and if there's anything you would like to try and do before the explosion goes off, I will allow that to happen.
Oh God, I will just kind of like tug on Victor's jacket and go like, something doesn't feel right. Is that within distance to like look around that corner? Like,
Absolutely.
what do we see?
Absolutely. No roll necessary. You see somebody walking into one of the, looks like a supply closet, basically. Like just this, the door is kind of smaller than the other like doors off this hallway. And you see them walk in and close the door behind them.
What do they look like?
You didn't see their face. You were kind of following them, so they're like this hooded figure that is obscuring their face to keep their identity a secret, and they walk through.
Cool. I'll just open the door.
You just open the door. You open the door. And you see this kobold in the hood, still setting this device, and it's literally that moment of like. Ah! And I'll let you do one action. This thing is gonna go off regardless. But if you have anything that you can try and do or anything here.
Point of order.
Sure.
This device, is there anything I can assess about it? If it is magical in nature, if it is
Not in the moment. You're opening the door, and then the next second it's about to go off.
I'm fire resistant. I'm gonna hop on top of it.
Oh my God! All right.
Dr. Strange.
Hop on bomb.
Boy, incredible. Okay. I'm gonna roll the damage for it.
Ooh. Wow.
I'm gonna roll the damage for it.
I pulled you back. I opened the door, saw this kobold, and I'm just gonna dive on top of it.
Oh my God.
What a hero!
We don't have a healer.
What a
Wow.
hero! Brave but reckless.
Hell yeah, Rory.
Everybody else. Rory is going to automatically fail this save, but everybody else roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Quick point of order.
Yes.
Is this within the 10 minutes of Marlon's inspiration?
I'll say it is, so you can still add the inspiration if you... Actually, it's not on a saving throw. It's ability checks and attack rolls.
Good point. Okay.
So you
then
won't be able to add that.
And we established a short rest before this.
You've gotten a short
Wait,
rest.
this is a saving throw?
And what I should say, before I do this in the interest of fairness, so short rest. A short rest normally is like an hour. We can sort of fudge that a little bit as needed, if like the story can justify it. But it's generally an hour. On those, any abilities that say recharge on a short rest or a long rest or short rest, will replenish. So key points restore on a short rest. There's a couple of warlock features that I can't think of at the moment. Restore on a short rest. I don't think anything comes back for barbarians. I don't think anything comes back for sorcerers or fighters. So yeah, and so for the hit points, if you're down any hit points and you don't have any potions or anything like that, you can spend your hit die. So we talked about that when we were leveling up during the session re-zero. Your hit die, you have a number of them equal to your level. So now you have 6 hit die, whatever it is. Your D10, you two are D12. You two are D8s, and then Brick is a D6, I think. So you have those die, 6 of each of those die, to roll, and you can restore that number of hit points, plus your Constitution modifier per die. And you can do that like one at a time if you're like, you want to see what you get, and then if that's close enough, you can stop there. You have 6 of those, and then those will come back on a long rest. So once we get a long rest, you'll get all of those back. But it's sort of a way to do healing in between your encounters and whatnot. Does that make sense?
I don't think I took any damage, right?
I don't.
You immediately hopped up there, flashed him, and then
Yeah,
stunned
you
him,
got up
so
there.
you're
Yeah,
good.
and I think he missed twice. Oh, because you blinded him, so he was like, yeah. I don't think you took any damage. So I think you're fine, but yeah, make sure everybody's
I back it back.
great. Make sure everybody's fair and square before this.
Does this reckless action give them like any sort of bonus or to their rolls?
Yes, I will give everybody roll. So when you roll your dexterity saving throw, I'm going to say everybody add a plus. I'm going to say everybody add a +5. From it. Okay, so in addition to your dex save modifier, add a +5 on top of
One
that.
for each point of intelligence I have that I didn't use.
Hell yeah. They went somewhere else.
+5 to that.
Yeah, +5 to that. Plus your dex mod.
And we can, and David, we can do our HP raising right now. Is that
Yeah, do it before you
Do we
take
need to
off.
tell
this.
you what it is?
Nope.
Okay.
I trust you. Take it at your word. Okay. The dex save for this is a 15. Save?
Yeah, I got 19.
19. What'd you get, Amanda?
Fail 10.
Fail? 10?
I got 3
Did
on
you know what you got,
that.
John?
24.
24. Pass.
Wow.
Jay?
I got an 11.
An 11. Fail.
22.
22. So for the
Oh, yeah, that was with the +5.
Oofa Magoof. So, to anybody who failed the dexterity saving throw, it is 22 points of damage. To anybody who passed, it is 11 points. Rory, you take 22, halve to 11 because you're resistant to fire. The kobold goes, "What the fuck?" As you jump on top of this bomb, mitigating some of the damage and the explosion. I'm going to subtract that 5 from basically the room's saving throw. So we're going to see if the integrity of the room holds up. If it does, then we end the chase here. No, it stays up. Or it falls. Sorry, -5. Yeah. So the room is rocked by the explosion. Somewhere you all feel the effect of like somebody mitigating that damage for you. And basically a couple of figures rush in the panic, and they are going to attempt to move Lynx Fangmaris out of the prison and escape. So we're going to enter a chase sequence. There are a couple of things that I'm going to warn everybody about. So this is basically like a skill challenge, but I'm going to make the rules a little bit. We're going to try it. I haven't tried this in a long time, so we're going to see if this can kind of work here. Basically, I'm going to have everybody try and catch this person. You're trying to close an amount of distance with them. I'm going to roll in a moment to see how far ahead. Well, we'll see. We'll do a contest for that. But basically, they start with like some distance between you and the target. Each roll is a contested skill roll. In general, it would be athletics or acrobatics to keep pace with them. If you think you want to try something else to like help somebody else, I'll say you can use other skills to help another person. I can't think of anything that would like help you. Like I want to use my intelligence or my charisma for myself. But if there's something that you can justify to do it for someone else, I will allow that. If you think of something, please pitch it to me.
That's for athletics or strength?
That's
or
athletics or acrobatics if you're just running. If you're
athletics
just
or
running.
acrobatics, sorry. I mean, yeah.
If you beat the other person, if you beat the target that you're chasing, then you keep the distance. The distance is maintained. Okay. If you beat it by 5, you close the distance by 1. You're going to need 3 successes like that of more than 5 in a row to close the distance completely and capture this person. So 3 successes in a row. The opposite is true if they beat you all by 5. So if they beat you by 5, if they beat you, then again the distance stays the same. If they beat you by 5, they will widen the distance.
I see.
If they get 2 successes in a row, they get the chance to try and hide, which means you will lose track of them. Because they've basically gained enough distance that they can okay, we're gonna look for a hiding space, okay?
Do we have a search mechanic?
I will give you basically investigation, if you want, if it comes to that. It might not come to that. You might end up chasing them the whole time or whatever. But basically, they're making a break from the prison and they are running down the City of Prosperity, which is the west side of the city. And they're basically running through the parade route. So the last thing I'll warn you about is I'm going to tax a heavy penalty on if you want to attempt to do spells. I won't say don't try spells, offensive spells.
But there are consequences.
But there are consequences for it. But he basically will have full cover, and full cover or 3/4 cover, and if you beat it, then you'll hit him. But if you fail it, you're going to be hitting innocents or public, property, all that stuff. So might be risky, but who knows? It might also be a desperate situation. You're on 2 successes and 2 failures. It might. Who knows? So, and then the last thing that I think I will have to warn you about. Yeah, it's going to go for a total of 8 contests total. So in 8 contests, you need to get to 3 successes in a row, or they will get to 2 successes in a row, or they will get to the end of the combat. If they've maintained a gap by the end of the 8 rolls, they will have gotten away. Does that make sense? Cool.
Now, if I want to assist someone, say athletics-wise, I want to hoist them up to something, whatever, would I add 6 or would that just give them advantage?
I think it will give them advantage.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to aid them.
It doesn't give them a bonus; it just gives them advantage.
I don't.
I just want to know, what you preferred on that.
I'm going to say, it gives them advantage. Okay.
Do sorcery points we come back at a long or a short rest?
Sorcery points?
Or spell slots.
Long rest.
Long rest?
Yeah. Spell slots also.
I also can trade some HP for spells. I'm also not anywhere close to being out. I have too much magic.
Too much
Rage,
magic.
yeah, we can do advantage on strength checks.
Boy got too much magic.
Although when I cast the first thing I cast, I'm probably
saving throws.
Well, I could probably have 2 spells before I trigger a wild magic.
You have a plus. What do you have on your? A 5.
All right, Barbie. Since you're highest in initiative, I'm going to have you roll the initial placement of everybody. So you are going to roll athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah.
If you beat them by 5, then you basically will start with just 1 gap between you and the target.
Logistics question.
Yes.
In the explosion, did the magic dampening effect go away?
Yes.
Great.
It looked like that was their intent.
Then Barbie's gonna get mad.
All right, great.
She gonna rage.
You go ahead and rage.
Boop. Okay, great. So she gets mad, which gives her advantage.
Incredible.
A natural 20.
All right.
Did it!
Very
Barbie
well.
gets exploded and goes, ow!
Very, very good.
Don't you got to roll the wild magic?
Oh, yeah. D8.
Oh, yes.
D8, 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 D8. Where are you? Give me. Huh. I have so many D8s. I just put them all in one spot and then forgot. 8 again. Ah!
Dang.
That was the one I got
shit.
in the other.
That's the double speed,
That's
right?
the double
She's a
speed.
speed force.
Well,
3 attacks.
actually,
Oh.
hang on.
Oh.
Barbie, would you like evens or odds?
Evens.
Evens? Oh, we don't have a way to roll in
Yeah, we
front of
do.
the board. What?
Coins.
What?
Oh, he's saying to roll in front of the
I
board.
wanted to roll in
Or
front
a
of the
dice
board.
cam.
I mean, I could pass you, like, a thing.
I mean, in front of the camera?
There we go.
There we go. There's a.
I mean, we can, for next time, we can
Yeah,
figure out if we ever want to get that shot, we can figure it out.
What'd you say?
Evens.
So odds. So I got 3. Okay. So you are hasted. Yes. So the same magic lights up. The haste spell takes effect. You have it was
three
plus
attacks,
2 AC.
plus
you
2
have three.
AC.
You have 3 attacks.
And double speed.
And double speed. Yes. So basically, I will. This is insane, but you still have advantage on acrobatics and athletics because you're raging. I'll let you add a plus 2 from this haste, basically, because since we're not really using actual distances, I want to give it a mechanical benefit, but to translate it into this. Okay, well, this might be over really fast. All right, so with one gap in between you and the quarry, this first contest, I'm going to have everybody roll, and you let me know what everybody gets. Athletics or acrobatics, or if you think you want to try and roll something else as the skill check, go ahead and do it.
And I'm not rolling because I already did it.
You did it already, yeah.
Sorry if I'm misunderstanding the concept of the skill challenge. If I were to disguise self like the animist and try and like convince them that they've gotten the wrong person, could I make a deception roll to like
Sure.
slow them down enough?
Let's do it.
So I just like Victor, grab me, and I go, "You fools! The Smokewing, they deceived you."
Go ahead and roll deception.
9.
Okay, 9. What everybody else get? Athletics or acrobatics, unless you want to
I
tell me something
got
else.
16.
16?
14.
14?
15.
15. Wow. Oh, nice.
No, actually, sorry, 17.
Woo, 17. Okay, so 17 is the number to beat. Oh boy, they don't do it. But what was it? 17. So okay, so it's still 14. So you keep pace with them. They do not make a break. That's the first one done. The deception. You disguise yourself as the animist. Victor grabs you. The 2 minions that have walked in sort of turn around. Back and Fang Maris lights up like pyrotechnics or something like that, and they go, "Oh, sorry," and they keep following. They continue running. You're starting to hit the crowds now, so you're starting to see all the people that are gathering for the fireworks and all of the light displays this evening. So you're running through a crowd now, kind of dodging over things. All of your checks pretty much pass. So you're like jumping over boxes and like getting all the fruit carts in the way. You're weaving in and out of them. We're on number 2. So this is the next challenge. Here we go.
How far ahead of us are they?
If you want to give feet to this like distance that they have, I would say it's like 60 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I, as a bonus action, cast Misty Step.
Nice. Okay.
And get 30 feet. Close the gap by 30 feet.
You get 30 feet closer, so I'll give you advantage on the athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody else.
So we're doing this round per round, but we're all doing it as a group per round. Is that right? Am I missing?
Yeah, you're basically coming in at different points now. Like you're converging on the spot. You saw Barbie kind of take over.
Sure.
And you're all running. Basically, if any of you like individually beat it, like you basically have like 6 chances to close this gap. That's basically.
So if one person gets it, we've all succeeded. Is that
Pretty
right?
much, yeah.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Are we? Because are we like taking actions turn by turn still?
I'm basically having you guys all roll the checks in all together. But if you have any action that you want to call out specifically to help you with something, then I'll modify your roll based on what you want to do.
Can I use Step of the Wind?
Yeah, absolutely can. I'll also give you advantage on the athletics or acrobatics check.
DM, just a point of order. I have used 13 of my sorcery points, and I have activated a wild magic surge.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice. Boy.
Let's resolve that right now. Roll a d100 for me.
D100.
D100. Now that's what I call dice rolling.
Ron, that is going to affect any time from now on I ever hear someone say roll a D100.
Now that's dice roll.
That's what I call
Dice rolling.
D100.
I think it was the pause that really sold it. Where it's like, you
Home of the
didn't have
wild-
that fleshed out.
That is a 64.
Okay. Everybody talk amongst yourselves for a moment because I did not have this pulled up beforehand. I forgot. Or sit in complete silence. I love that.
Who wants their magic bolstered? I got one left. I can't do it on anybody who's already had it.
I don't got no
I
magic.
think I already got one of those.
Yeah, I
today.
got one
You could get
today.
inspiration.
And so we've established because I'm fully expecting to
I feel
fail
pretty
this
good
check, but I'm not going to
stats.
fall behind because we're a group, right? Okay.
Victor will just pick you up by the back of your coat.
Yeah. Because this is the last chance while within 60 feet to do something, I'll do something bigger. But I'm happy to just.
While we're running, Todd sees a card of pears, and it's just cutting back and forth, looking at him like, should I get it? And so he does take a quick little time out. Finally!
It's like being at a marathon. It's the table where you just pick
yeah. He grabs one.
Somebody's
Literally-
holding it in a little Dixie cup all the time.
Someone's got one in their hands. I'm like, Todd's like, thank you, and he eats it.
You're literally poaching pears.
I'm a pear
Oh
poacher.
my god.
It's true. He needs sugars. He needs complex and simple sugars in his blood system.
I'm gonna yell at the crowd to get out of the way. We should, tell everybody to part the sea.
Right.
The way.
Yeah, we're.
The way.
You think after a giant battle in the middle of town, they would just go home for the night and call it
Come
good.
on, yeah.
But no, they gotta come
As
back out
an
for fireworks.
introvert, I need very little motivation
Right.
to go home.
It's like,
and
you know what? This is a
battle at a parade. Goodbye.
It's a holiday, guys.
People want to get out.
You have to live your life.
You gotta live
No
your
one's gonna live it for you.
We're not
Exactly.
closing the beach on Memorial Day weekend.
Oh no!
As you're smoking in a hospital, that's my favorite scene in the movie. I'm like, he is chain smoking. There is an oxygen tank in the shot.
And then we just see Torch in the background, be like, I see now 500 foot towards he's the
100 men went into the water that day.
That's how they got the idea. That's how he gets the idea to blow up the oxygen tank in the shark's mouth at the end, because the mayor brought a cigarette
Yes.
into the hospital. Okay. So sorry, folks. All right. As you are running, let's get all of these skill checks out of the way. I'm going to say this Wild Magic Surge happens at the end of this turn, basically. So you two have advantage.
Start the ring.
You can start the ring, yes. You have advantage as well.
I'm raging, so
You have advantage.
And also I have the boots of striding and sprinting. I don't know if that gives me any sort of advantage at all, or if that's just built into my advantage there.
I'll let you take a +2 on top of the advantage.
Great for
So
my
you can-
for my check.
Yeah, for the check. Go ahead and roll the checks, everybody.
17.
17, okay?
I rolled when you have advantage, what is that?
Take the higher one.
Oh, you do it twice.
Yeah, roll higher.
So the first one was 13. This one was 18.
This one.
18, anything?
25.
25.
25?
Yeah,
27.
27.
Natural 20.
Oh my god, I got a 16.
And a 16. With a 27. Jeebus Christ.
Barbie is not
okay.
messing around.
Barbie is pissed. Get back here. We were talking to you.
You know what? I'm gonna make it a little fun. I'm gonna do some fuckery. You catch up, Barbie, bolstered by Todd. Everybody around you, you managed to catch up. You beat it by 5. You were already at one separation, so you closed the gap. They rolled well, but you beat them by more than 5. So you catch them as everybody catches up. Brick. You wild magic surge. In a 20-foot radius sphere around you, centered on you, this fog cloud bursts, creating a heavily obscured area.
Oh no.
I'm going to say that in this moment, you can try and grapple the animist. It is now at disadvantage. So it is a straight roll because you were at advantage because of your rage. But that is it. So it's either athletics. No, it has to be athletics. So you can roll athletics. It's just a regular roll.
Can I give her advantage with my bonus on athletics?
No.
So that is a 12 on the dice. I have the +5 athletics, but +2 because of the extra bit. So that's +7, so 19
Okay.
total.
Just for flavor, DM.
Yeah. Yes, please.
When Brick when he wild magic surges like
Yes.
that, you can see much like how the motes of when he's burning sorcery points, like you can just kind of see motes of flame around.
Yeah.
His body kind of starts to give off like motes, tiny motes of flame that kind of expand out to like a more like pointillism giant version of Brick, and then just kind of zap back into his body, and then the effect happens.
Yeah.
Like it's just like boom, 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 boom.
Can I pitch something for this? Because this just sounds like the sound of like metal being put into a quench barrel, and that steam.
Yes.
Like, is it accompanied by the sound of just a giant's forge of?
Yeah, absolutely. You feel that as this like fog expands out from and as you hear the sound of quenching metal, this fog cloud expands out around you. Instantly, it's heavily obscured. You are all unable to see, but you rolled a 19 total, right? Did I roll? I did roll. Oh no, which dice was this?
Uh-oh.
You reroll.
Just roll it again, yeah.
We trust your reroll.
You say that until it's a 20.
Exactly, yeah.
Use your
As long
powers.
as it's
It's a 15.
Don't you do that?
You grab in the darkness, and
What
you
are you
just
doing?
hear,
Don't do this!
"Ah,
What
stop.
are you doing?
Ow, okay. Take it easy.
You take it easy.
No, you take it easy.
You runner.
What
are you doing? Stop this
choking in the
effect.
fog cloud. No, it's not me. It's not me. I
It's
can't
not
do
me.
this.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it either.
Well, okay then.
Okay.
This is a nice hug. Why did you run?
I haven't been hugged in a long time.
Barbie softens a little.
You feel,
She's still grappling, but it's a little more hug than grapple.
You feel the slow like hands on your arms, like okay, very nice. The fog cloud is I'm gonna say. The fog cloud lasts for an hour with concentration, but it's a wild magic surge. So unfortunately, it just stays up, I think, unless somebody hits Brick and makes them drop concentration. But I'm going to say that Rory can assess the fog cloud is centered on Brick. You don't exactly know what happened. At the moment, you can't tell if it's like Brick cast this or what happened. The minions have escaped, but you have your quarry in tow. Lynx Fang Maris has been captured. Incredible work. What would you all like to do?
Are we all back in the?
Guys, I got him! I got him! I don't know where
hear
you are!
the rest of you hear from within the fog cloud, Barbie shouting out that they have Lynx.
And then in that moment, Todd just runs back around to the fruit cart, grabs a few more, and then runs back into the cloud. He's like, "Well, we're good." So.
Hey!
Sorry. He throws him a gold.
And as I'm hugging, I say, now I'm gonna really need you to cooperate, because as you can see, I am very capable of chasing you down. So don't try anything funny.
All right, well, I'm rather fucked, so yeah, All right. What are you gonna do?
Well, waterboard you for starters.
What? What the hell? The hell is going on?
It's already started. We're in the mist. Yeah.
Not waterboarding!
I was say, as he says, "What the hell?" I'm gonna mind spike him just because I don't trust us. I don't trust them to not try something on the way back. So he's not hiding anymore.
It's a wisdom save?
Wisdom save. I want to know where he is until we get him home. He's not.
Oh, that's true.
He's already failed it once.
Yeah,
so.
you mark it. I know. Wisdom save. His wisdom save is...
Poor guy. He's had such a day.
He's not.
He has a plus
Having a
5,
good day.
but, yeah. God. Okay. Yep. Go ahead and roll that damage.
No. There were two.
Max damage?
No.
Kill this dude?
18 points of psychic damage. As Barbie intimidates him.
Yeah, you want me to roll intimidation?
That's not a poke with a.
No.
Well, he didn't heal.
No.
So he goes unconscious. So he's unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Wow, I'm really intimidating. Oh,
Yeah,
this is scary.
do whatever you want.
Wait, I think I have a strategy. Okay. As like Brick's standing there and just the mist, I think the mist is just like coming out of everywhere. It's like, I don't know what's happening. I'm so sorry about the mist. I think it's me.
I didn't know you smoked.
And it's like sort of moving with Brick, like
I apparently only do it when I'm stressed.
It's okay. I think I killed him.
It's okay. Okay. Here's the deal. Okay. You guys are all gonna like go hide in the mist. He's gonna be unconscious. We'll very quickly, I'll put like a healing potion in his mouth. He's gonna come to, and I'm just gonna be here, and all the mist is gonna be coming out of me, and I'll pretend to like be God or something, and he'll just have to like tell me what he knows.
Don't use a healing potion. I got it. We'll save it. Save that for us. Back up as we're backing up. Before he has to make too many saves, I'm gonna bring him up.
Yeah. Everyone, go hide in the mist.
Everybody make a stealth check.
Here we go.
See how well you can hide in this mist. I will give everybody advantage because it's allied mist. Which is the name of my new show coming very
I
soon.
asked Torch. I put my goggles on, and I asked Torch to like give them lights, like light up my like dancing lights on my my goggles.
Incredible. Yes, you can do that.
So I have glowing eyes.
Yeah, you have like the fog lights,
He has 3 HP, but I know where he is.
And as I disappear in the mist, I touch Brick's shoulder and say, "You got this," and give you now.
Yes.
Would you want a restored spell or minor inspiration?
Minor inspiration.
That's what I figured. Okay, great. You have a D3 you can add.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Stealth checks from everybody.
Nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Nat 20.
What?
19!
11.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 and you're not hiding. Yeah, that's right.
I'm not hiding.
The two nat 20s help bolster the rest of you, but you all pretty much just like as Brick goes, why don't you all hide in the mist? It's like that's
shit.
like a bunch of ghosts.
I think with the 2 nat 20s, I fall and you guys with just an arm under each and just carry me, feet dangling on the ground. Just thank you.
I think Brick under his breath is like, I make pretty good mists. That's pretty good mist.
And I was like, did you mind spike him? Did you mind spike him?
I almost killed him.
That looked like a mind spike to me.
Healing. You see this like light disappear. The lights activate. What the hell?
Hello, child.
Ah!
It is I. They call me the Mistwalker. And I'm just like making the mist come out of my hands real good, like.
Yeah.
I bring back the popcorn shrimp.
Yes, the hand slowly reaches in.
I am here to guide you to the next plane of the afterlife.
Oh, I'm dead.
You have died
No.
and come to the mist dimension.
Oh my! I always imagined I'd go to the mist dimension.
Yes.
That was my hope and my wish and my desire.
Before I take you to your eternal reward, I must know your last earthly deeds and plans.
Yes, indeed. Of course, Mistwalker. Of course. All secrets are revealed here in the afterlife. You see, I was planning to lure these folks, these upstarts, these conjurers and adventurers over to the Feywild. And hopefully, well, you, of course, are my new deity.
Damn right.
But the
Torch like burns brighter in my eyes.
But you hear Torch. It doesn't project, but in your mind you can hear Torch going. He says, "Oh, the one I served in life, my mistress. She wished for them to follow us into the Feywild, but that portal was only open for so long. They are going to have to. They're going to have to search elsewhere. I have failed. Mistwalker, it seems in my last deed on Earth, I have failed. I hope there is mercy in this mist."
There's of course mercy in the mist. You have done well, my child.
Thank
Come.
you, Miss Walker.
To the afterlife we go. And I reach for his hand, but before he can grab it, I slam my other hand into it, and I cast Thunderclap.
Oh my God!
To be fair, okay, here's what I'm thinking.
Sure. Let me hear the pitch.
It's thunder damage.
Yeah.
Which I take, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here. I just want to knock this dude out.
Sure. I'll let that happen. Yeah.
I mean, I do have a backup plan. Now that I'm thinking on my feet here.
You got a giant hammer in your lap.
No, we're okay. Retcon. I am the Mistwalker. That's what my power.
What has happened, Miss Walker?
No, as I take for his hand, and I say, I suggest that you go back to sleep, and you'll wake up and find this all a very, very confusing dream.
Wisdom save?
Yes.
And your DC is 13?
My DC is 14.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna. Can I use my lucky points again on his rolls?
Yes, you can.
I'd like to.
Okay.
If he.
Well, let's see what happens. +4 to this roll. They rolled a 13 total.
Great.
Very well, Miss Walker. And after this short nap, you will take me to my eternal resting place?
This is part of the transformation.
I see. Like a caterpillar awaiting its transformation in a cocoon.
But also, do you have any money in your pockets? I need.
Oh, yes, of course.
Cool. That'll be good. That'll be good
For the ferryman.
for the ferryman.
A tithe for the Mistwalker.
Yes, indeed.
3 gold.
Sweet beans.
As he hands you 3 gold, he obeys the suggestion and falls asleep here on the curb, on the like you're just on a walkway in the middle of the city.
I tell everyone to come back, and I communicate to them what this was all about. He was supposed to. This was all the chase was all part of it. He wanted to lure us back to the Fey realm, apparently. I'm not sure what that's about.
The Fate realm, you say?
Yes?
Weird. It's a weird place for us to go.
Yeah, why would we go there?
That's kind of a big trap for a group of we're still out kind of on the up and ups, you know?
Yeah, I mean, well, if he was he was the puppet master. Well, I didn't get the stuff in the interrogation rooms. I don't know his full thing.
Yeah, you don't know any. You don't know
Yeah, I
any.
guess we hadn't had a chance.
Yeah, so what was that all about? Wait, so we were involved in this?
Well,
Apparently, this was all part of the plan.
What plan? His plan?
I didn't get that part.
We were the target.
We were the target.
Okay. We need to get this guy back into a different cell, and we gotta get back to the Grimhold immediately.
Yeah, let's go take him back.
All we knew is that he was gonna be. He knew he was getting blown out of there. He knew people were coming for him.
He knew people were coming, and he knew we were going to be there. And he was specifically trying to get to a gate, which apparently it was a very quick time frame, and it's probably already closed. So I'm pretty sure that we should probably just bring him back to the cutest little mouse guy. Guys, he's so, I love it. But they should really do merch for him, like stuffed animals and such. Anyway, we should get him back. And then,
Casting suggestion.
Wait, is he he's the great mouse detective?
I do love that movie.
I love that movie. Let's all just go. Come on, let's all just go watch it.
And now,
I thought that was your whole
percent.
thing.
No, I didn't know. No, I mean yes, of course. Of course, I'm playing Wizard's Chess. No, I didn't even think of that. And that's one of my favorite movies too. Incredible. As you are debriefing this, I'll say in the time it takes to get back to the castle, the fog cloud dissipates over that time.
I scoop up the dude.
You're taking the dude with you.
Farmer's carry fireman.
Fireman's carry.
Farmer's carry is different.
Farmer's carry. He's sleeping very peacefully. You hear him occasionally just going, Mistwalker. Mistwalker.
What did you tell him, Brick?
I told him I was a god.
I also want to share that this says there's mercy in the mist. Was it there mercy? Mercy in the mist?
There's mercy in the mist.
As you're all heading there, as you explain like this was probably a targeted thing, can you make one last insight check for me? If you have anything, if you have any proficiency for history, or a bonus for history,
I have a +2.
is that more than your insight?
My insight is 0, so yes.
Okay, yes. Then you can use history for this, please.
16.
16. With a 16, as you're saying all of that, putting that together, one other thought crosses your mind. Sort of a detail missed in the action of it all. One of the initial things that happened was an arrow was fired at the lead car, and it was a fire arrow that like set fire to the car.
That's right, yeah.
An assassin easily, especially one like Marlon's friend, could probably have shot all 4 of those people on the cart in one turn, basically. That's 4, 2 shots, flurry of blows, 2 more shots. Why did they start a fire? You think back to Z-Knight's days. That was usually something that you would do for a diversion, for something to draw attention, move something into, a tactical, move somebody into a certain position. I think I'll just leave you with that sort of insight. You return to Deadwater, and Ventidimus recovering. He looks like he's wiping away like soot and ash, and it looks like he's got like some of his arm patched up. But he goes, oh, perfect.
Got him.
Oh, look at you, look at that, beauty and brawn. We love it. Is anybody else hurt? Anybody? We need any?
Well, Rory took that bomb to the dome. So.
Good Lord! Wait, you jumped on a? You jumped on
Yeah,
it?
but I'm we're all kind of in the same boat. I'm fine. Just like soot. But I am like I took 11 as well.
Yeah.
So
There is like an impact crater. Yeah.
just
Yeah. I'm fine. And it's
As your
still
nose
smoking.
starts bleeding.
okay, that's right.
I think you're probably
Okay.
bleeding.
The run took it out of me more than anything.
I understand. I have asthma.
That was the word.
Oh, you should. Yeah, you should probably.
That was the word I was thinking of when you asked me to think of a word.
Oh boy.
How did you know?
If you have asthma, you should probably stay away from me because I'm ripping straight clouds over here.
I saw that. Oh, I thought, look, fun effect. We love that. Wonderful. Okay, well, we'll get them into. Let's make sure we get them into a proper cell. Interrogation is done. Unless there's any.
Is this how all your interrogations go?
No, thank goodness. Thank the Mistwalker.
Yes.
Sorry, obscure god.
There is mercy in the mists.
It is
Oh!
obscure. That's his whole thing.
Some would say heavily.
I let Ventinimus know that apparently that this was all a giant setup to get us here and have us chase him.
Into the Feywild? Any thoughts on that?
Huh?
It
Well-
seems like it's quite, but also something just seems very fishy here. I would keep an eye on this one.
We'll make sure. Yes, we'll double up watch security on our new guest. We'll make some definite accommodations for them, for sure. Actually, Barbie, if you wouldn't mind accompanying me, we'll take this prisoner. That's very interesting. Let me hold that thought. Everybody, hold your thoughts. I will be right back. He takes you down like this part of the prison actually goes like kind of underground now. There's like this spiral staircase that leads you down into the further holds.
Hey, verisimilitude, do you know anything about the Feywild?
Do I know anything about the Feywild? Well, I mean, I know. Yeah, very good vocab.
Verisimilitude, verisimilitude.
Triple word score on the old board. Words with friends.
Words with friends. Words with teenies.
The Feywild or the second realm. I mean, what do I know that most people would know? You know, it's a little weird, a little odd. The Fey are. I mean, some would categorize them as cruel, but I mean that is.
It's almost too simple, right?
Yes, it's kind of an oversimplification. You know, they're operating on kind of a different wavelength than we are, and
It's complicated.
yes, and some of their actions come off as cruel, maybe perhaps even a little cold or hard to discern, hard to read. But they're very interesting. It is very interesting. I mean, I've studied it a lot. I've kind of been a little skittish about going. Mm-hmm. But if you, I was going to tell your friend. I'll tell everyone when we get. Let's get this prisoner away.
Sorry.
You see some Kingspear like help, and Fangmaris is brought into this hold underground, underwater. You could see like a bunch of these crystals light up that are like these void magic crystals.
It gets quiet again.
It gets very quiet. You're just like right on the edge, I imagine, like right at the door, and you can you're like just at the edge, and then when you step forward, it's completely silent. You step back, and it's all back. But Ventinimus reunites with everybody. Your friend was asking about the Feywild, the cosmic hollow. It's complicated as I said, but I would say I don't know what your plan would be, but sometimes the lead that you have to follow is the most dangerous one. It's the only option. If their escape route, as it were, was a timed exit, and that has since gone, entrances and exits throughout this realm to the Cosmic Hollow are a little limited. There would be one that would still be active, but you would have to go. It's a little dangerous, but you would have to go into the Rosewood on Illindale. That would be the closest. Closest. That would be the closest.
Well, I mean, but if wouldn't that be just giving them what they want? You know, for.
That's true. You could just stay here, wait. You could just wait it out. Could just see if another lead comes up. You know. You have other things to follow, but the other thing I'll say was speaking about the coincidences, the unrelated, the goblins, the slop goblins, they, goblinoids, like them, were one of the earliest creatures of the Cosmic Hollow. Goblinoids and their kin. They're sort of before what we would probably consider fairies or fae, Goblins happened first. So, another sort of pin in the...
I mean, we should probably talk to Alistair only because I think he's been there before.
He has?
I think so. Didn't he mention that once or twice? Maybe. I could be wrong, but I mean, he's also really smart, even if he hasn't.
That'd be wise. Well, we definitely need to go back and reconvene, and we need to talk
It's
about
also,
all
we
this.
need to get our paychecks. It's payday, so,
Oh, that's right.
we're not just going to go into the Fae realm without getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
that's true. We
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
eat while we're there.
Yeah.
Eat?
We gotta eat.
Oh.
I eat.
Barbie brightens for the first time.
As you all say goodbye to Ventidimus and head back to the Grimhold, Barbie, how do you feel in this moment? There's some.
Barbie's a little unsettled. Barbie's a little confused. And she hangs back a little bit. Everybody's walking, and she walks just a little slower. And she's kind of paying attention to the voices in her head in a way that she hasn't before, with the absence of them. And then now that they're back, she's listening in a little bit more. She's trying to just like clock it. She's opening up her awareness a little bit more to what's going on inside her head.
You are starting to hear a little bit more of that. It feels like you're almost listening to two different rooms that don't seem to be aware of each other. When you hear Lily's voice occasionally, which you haven't heard in a little bit, but it doesn't seem like Lily has any awareness of this other presence happening, and you hear this like whispered conversation between multiple voices happening as you contemplate this surge, as you contemplate the magic. You hang back. Everybody returns to the Grimhold. You head towards Alistair's office. Alistair is already standing when you get there, and he is holding 6 envelopes with each of your names on them. He goes, I knew you would be on your way, so I figured I'd have them ready. Sorry, I didn't do any fancy calligraphy or anything on the envelopes. They're just your names. But Britt,
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Can, next time, I know we haven't been here too long, but there's this thing called direct deposit.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you just like, it's like a magic. You just like teleport the money into our bank.
Just in case, like we're out and we don't have to come back here and bother you.
I mean, that would be more. I mean, yes. Sterling doesn't quite trust all of that arcane. It's a transmutation sort of thing.
Understandable.
But I will talk to him.
Okay.
He does hold your opinions in high regard. So I will take up the matter with him. We can get signed up at First Light International, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, direct deposit might be something. Might be a new era. You see him pause for a moment, and it's like there's a joke that like crosses his mind, and he sort of there's like this like twisted humor to Alistair, where he's like, might want to hide all the gold for all the dragons anyway. So,
Cool,
anyway,
man.
here's more of your paychecks. Here you go. Of course. Y'all heard some chaos happen down at the parade. But it seems like y'all handled it.
Alistair, have you ever been to the Feywilds?
Cosmic Hollow? Well, I mean, yes, long time ago. Very long time ago.
We might have to go there.
Or not.
There was one of the guys. He revealed his plan was to basically lure us to a gate
Oh,
into the Feywild.
one of the one of the
So
one of the
it
moon
seems like there
gates,
was
sure.
a plan afoot.
All right.
So we just, we could maybe investigate
So
that.
of course, it seems like at least some of you, the plan would be to sort of walk right into the belly of the beast, as it were.
I don't know, just spitballing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Alistair, do you have I assume chalkboard technology exists in the Wild Country, right? Great. Can I wheel in that chalkboard? We need a...
It's an overhead projector. It's the whole thing.
You guys,
I believe it's
really living
overhead
the past.
projector.
It's an overhead.
It goes, "Wah."
Hang on. This light emits from it.
You guys catch Alistair up with what happened. Rory, can you help me diagram it? So yeah, I would like to spend a couple minutes and basically whiteboard with Rory. Okay, this is what happened. The attack was like this. We were go through the Marlin attacked something. Apparently, it was not his friend type of thing. That was separate from the arrow because the fire. Because I was like, that was the setup. Where did that arrow? That arrow came from that direction. The whole scenario, and then write down the bullet points of this. This was separate from this. The Cosmic Hollow. We were the targets next to the B team targets, but there's a big question mark and a star next to B team. Of we gotta rename. We gotta come up with something better than that.
We've got watery sphere to the cornucopia to the slop gums, dotted line to
Right.
Cosmic Hollow.
The Charlie Day meme that he's just standing in front of the.
Pepe Sylvia. Carol.
Sure. Absolutely, yeah. That's going on in the background. You guys are all catching up, Alistair. Alistair nodding along. Yes. All right. Well, that's a lot. I mean, it's an old adventurer's instincts, but it does seem like you were lured by something. What I will say, the Cosmic Hollow, I mean, it's a plane of chaos. That's essentially where we believe, metaphysically, alchemically, that's where chaos was born. One of the ethereal planes. So there may be some rules and expectations that you have that the plane is not going to obey. But the other thing I'll say is that with that chaos, the Fae, especially the Archfey, they take advantage of that. So, I mean, they try to make something that looks like chaos, something that was actually very calculated. I don't know if you've given much thought to it. You can see, I think, with no roll necessary, he very quickly glances at Barbie as he says the next part before he sort of lingers on Barbie's eyes for a moment. As he says, I don't know if anybody's warned you yet, but it is quite a bit of a travel to the nearest moon gate that would take you to the Cosmic Hollow. There isn't one close by. The closest would be in Illendale.
How far is Illendale?
Pretty far.
Again?
Is this? This isn't like the Arc Fire where we knew there was this thing we had to go. What would we be going there to do?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it is, but it's also the kind of thing where it seems like if we wait around, it'll come back to find us. So we can make the trek, but also the trek might come to us. But if we take the trek to it, we might be able to get ahead of whatever's going on here.
But if we take the trek there, we're on their home turf.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that we could talk to about this that would know anything of the machinations going on? And
Well, yeah, there is. Unfortunately, they would be near that gate.
I see.
There's a couple of the realm wardens. They sort of live near that gate to, mechanically the horizon walkers, rangers. They sort of are between the borders of different realms, and they sort of keep that secure. And the Fey realm with Wild Country, it's one of the most like permeable realms. Like there is no just casual gate that everybody knows of to pretty much any of the other realms. So the fact that they even know of one is like kind of a big deal. And then there are other arch-fey that might, just to cause some chaos and disruption, may open up something somewhere else. But unfortunately, there's not much guarantee. But Alistair says, yeah, it's you might be able to talk to one of the realm wardens at the gate itself.
Would I know?
I'll say. I'm gonna say no. The circle that you visited is kind of like it's deep in the forest. This is even deeper.
Yes. Okay. I just wasn't sure if I would have
I think you've kind of stayed away from it.
Alistair, is there anything in the possession of the Grimhold right now that the Hollow might be trying to get back?
I can't think of anything at the moment.
Has anything been taken? I mean, we heard that it was possibly a diversion. What happened? So could something have been taken? Someone could have been taken to this place while, like, in the last few days or hours, or anything that was being guarded in particular?
I can check. I can keep you informed. If you're heading there, I can keep you updated on anything I learned. Rory, we're gonna actually play through this in a later flashback. But the communicator you've managed to fix. Alistair says I can keep you updated as I learn things. That does seem like a possibility. But yeah, in terms of the Grimhold, we don't have anything.
So what you're saying is, in all likelihood, the Grimhold wasn't the target. We were the target.
Yeah, I think
or something in our
I think I've told you each individually. You all were brought here for a reason. Not just your skills or your magic or your adventuresome behaviors. There's something special about all of you that I'm personally curious about, but also there might be others who, well, there are others who are curious about it as well.
Well then, who are they actually after then?
I don't know.
Good question.
Yeah, one of us should speak up.
Are they before
It's
anyone?
probably me. I'm pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I think we should just go. I think we should go there. Let's
I mean,
take
it's
the
a really
offensive.
scary place. That's the thing. It's a.
Have you been there before?
Me? Have I been there before?
Yeah, Todd.
No, I don't think so. Not that I remember. Of course, I don't remember a lot of things.
Barbie, have you been there before?
No, not all the way.
What does that mean?
I'm from Millendale. That's where I grew up. And
Well, you
so
would know the. I mean, you might know.
yeah, I know the Rosewood. So it's not.
Do you
It's
not feel safe or comfortable there?
correct. Yeah. Well, it's not a place. It's a place where bad things can happen, and so I don't know if we should go. But I don't know. They might be after me. They might want me to come there. Maybe. It's possible.
Why would they want you in the Fey realm?
Well, there's been I've got these, in my head, sometimes there are little voices, and I think they, well, you know how I'm really strong now? You know how I'm, and sometimes when I get really mad, like just kind of stuff happens, kind of like the mist, right? Like it's just like a big surge of just like, and I don't do that. That's not really me. That's
I didn't know I could do that today either. That just kind of happened.
It's crazy.
Sucks.
It's pretty fun though.
I mean, we made it work, but that was not the first like couple seconds of that really were upsetting.
But it's power, right? And power is important. We got to have as much power as possible because then we can protect our
Sure.
friends, right? So I have mine comes not from me. Mine comes from someone named Lily Bill, and they are Fae, and probably maybe need to talk to me about it. And they said I'd get strong one day, and I'm pretty strong. I've been doing great lately, so maybe I'm strong enough now. Maybe it's time for me to. Maybe it's just time for me to go back and to. Maybe it's time. Maybe I'm strong enough. So maybe this is actually kind of a good thing.
As you're all contemplating Barbie's thoughts, Rory, you asked earlier about your aura.
Am I detecting?
You are detecting something. What I'm going to give you for free is, yes, Barbie was obscuring truth at first. It seems now she's admitting what had been like this like purple like aura of like, obfuscation. I would like you to roll. I would like you to roll an intelligence check. And this is going to be against something I'm not going to tell you.
Just flat intelligence?
Yes, please.
10.
Wow. You keep this aura focused on Barbie for the moment. And as Barbie says, this power comes not from me, it comes from Lily Bill. Your aura glows with the color of, it's not a lie, but it is incorrect. And you, everybody's got so many voices in their heads. You hear a feminine voice in your head of Avelia go,
I just sort of think, so it's someone else, or that's not their name.
You feel a shrug on the wind.
We'll talk later.
Heck yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, Torch, what do you want to get for lunch?
Barbecue.
Alistair looks at you.
I do want to check in. Can I tell, do I have a sense if somebody's listening in to my, like, especially as I evoked the name?
Interesting.
Like, could I do a perception?
Do a perception check.
Mental
Someone on this line.
perception.
Do a perception at advantage.
Mom, are you on the phone?
Jesus.
Another natural 20.
I'm gonna say as confidently as you can. You don't have any real
I don't have any
means of doing
metrics
this.
to,
I'm gonna say you feel pretty confident. Like you haven't heard from Lily in a few, like for the better part of this day, and nothing changed when you said the name. Nothing changed during this conversation as you were revealing it. It feels like no one is listening in on it. You feel pretty confident in it. Alistair says, wow. I'm very proud of you, Barbie.
Sorry. Did you say not or you are?
I'm very proud of you.
Oh, okay. Really? Why?
Well, even in this realm of impossibility, it's a little difficult to admit that there is a voice in your head. So, I don't know what y'all want to plan to do, but yes, you do have a means and knowledge of getting to the Feywild.
Rory,
Yeah, I can get us there.
did we ever tick check Barbie?
That's on my list of many downtime. At this point, has everybody had identify cast on them, including myself?
I'll say yes.
Barbie might have tried to avoid it. I might say, like, Barbie might have made an excuse not to let you.
All right. Well, we'll talk. You know what? We'll talk about it off camera. We'll talk about
Okay.
it for the downtime discussion. But yeah, I think if you so chose, yes. But we can talk about if there's adversities to that, obstacles to that. Wow. Alistair looks around and has said his thoughts, but if there's anything you would like to do in this moment, y'all.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I don't want this to become everybody's problem. You know what I mean? Like, I'm.
Well, if it's your problem, it's our problem. That's plain and simple.
Yeah.
That's because we're a team.
Kind of how teamwork works.
And we want to help take care of any problems that you have.
Yeah, it's just really. I don't want anybody to get hurt.
What was that thing about power? That you need to get as much power as you can to keep everybody safe.
Well,
Is that your idea?
So yeah, you got because if you're strong enough, if you're powerful enough, then nobody has to get hurt and nobody goes away and it's okay and everything's okay. And so if you just keep, like, Victor, you get it. You just got to be strong, right? Like, so we just all have to be as powerful as possible. And so I've.
Has anyone gone away before?
Yeah, people go away.
Who's gone
People
away?
get
Barbie?
lost. Well, I forgot what it means.
You can pick.
Hold on, I'm gonna decide what that means.
One's like a
That's
broken
broken,
side,
and that's
one's-
okay. Good. She breaks. Okay, we're back in it.
Back to one.
So Barbie takes a second and looks around at all of you and makes eye contact with each individual person, and she's trying to ascertain if anybody's, like, angry with her. And it's not going to change her behavior, but she's trying to, like, suss it out. So can I just roll, like, a blanket insight? And
Sure.
if anybody can give me, that's a 15. So relative, like.
I will say to the rest of the table, if you would like to reveal anything that you are sort of conveying non-verbally in this moment to Barbie, you can verbalize that. If you would like to say there is, you're remaining neutral or whatever you would like to voice, let's do that.
Brick just looks concerned.
Yeah, same thing with Marlon. Just concerned.
Rory's hard to read.
You're like my best friend. Like you're like the coolest person I know. Like why wouldn't I want to support you in everything you do? Like that's what I'm here to do. Like, you know what they say, 4 arms are better than 2. I mean, not your forearms. Like 4 arms are better than 2. Like forearms are pretty good too. And lats. I'm like, all those muscles are good. But like that's what I'm here. I want to. If you get hit, I get hit. And that's how I feel. And if you punch, I punch. And if you sit, I sit. And if you stand, I stand.
You stand on your knees.
Stand on your knees. You stand on your knees. If you lean on your feet.
Kneel on your feet, yeah.
Yeah. And he just keeps going quietly.
And as, like, there's a little rack focus.
Yeah. This goes to Victor. Victor is doing a threat assessment on you. And I am ready to how you might see him calculating something, but you can definitely see that I am starting to position myself in the room if I need to attack you.
Okay.
Also, he's hard to read because he rolled a 27 on keeping his emotions
Good.
secret. Or, sorry, 27. Oh, no, 23. 23.
Enigmatic. Love it. All right. Great. All right. So Barbie says, okay, well, yes, there was this one time that, well, I was in charge, and it was a few years ago, so I was 13, and Jordy was little. He was really small, and we went into the woods, and something went wrong, and I don't know what wrong. There was fire, and he was gone, and I don't know what happened, and I wasn't fast enough, and I didn't get. And there was this creature that died. Something happened, and then Lilybill was there and said that I could get stronger and that I could help save him. So maybe if I just get stronger, I can get him back. Because he was perfect. He was so innocent, and it was not his fault. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what went wrong, and I don't know where he is and where he went, and I need to get him back. So I told Lilybill that she could help me, and she could help me get strong. And I've gotten a lot stronger. It's been 7 years, and I've gotten a lot stronger. So maybe it's time. Maybe I'm ready. Maybe you guys are so strong. Maybe you could help me. Maybe you could help me get him back because he needs to come back. He's so little. And Barbie sits.
Can I give you a hug? Good talk's like, can I give you a hug and like a playful punch?
Sure
he gives her a hug and then like a playful punch on the arm.
Ow. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before. I just didn't think it would become your problem, and I don't want it to be anybody's problem because it's my problem. I just wasn't strong enough, so I just need to get stronger, you know?
Well, you're strong in that you've got yourself, which is very strong, and you've got us. And, we're going to help you. I'm going to help you. I can't speak for everyone else.
Thanks, Todd.
But, literally, I can't do that. It's just my own voice. But I will speak for me and say, I will go help you.
Sorry, Jordy was who?
My cousin.
And you mentioned a creature. That's not Jordy. There was another creature in...
Yeah, like this fox creature. It was a ceremony, a naming ceremony to find Jordy's true name and true self. He told me he wanted to be a cool girl like me when he grew up. And then it went wrong. And the fox creature died in my arms. Something went wrong.
You don't know what went wrong?
No, Lilybill just said it was the trap of Venus.
Does any of this trigger any history or arcana or?
When Barbie mentions the fox spirit, you know the Husha, which is one of the courts of the Fae. Mm-hmm. There's 4 of them, and the Husha would be one of them. And most of them generally resemble like these ghostly fox spirits. Trap of Venus is essentially like it's essentially a lure for children, and it basically is like the onset of transferring their consciousness to a changeling. As you linger in this moment, Todd, you have a flashback in this moment. You're in Angbari, and the tots, it's at the end of the day. They're gathering around a campfire. Some of the older siblings who are not like part of the tots, they are also gathering. Some parents, grandparents, elders are also here. Kaliana, your caretaker, this woman who found you in the woods, this four-armed Goliath, starts to tell a story. She throws some dust into the fire. It blazes this brilliant red, and the images that she talks about start to appear in the flames. Tonight, I will tell the tale of the three queendoms. You all know the second realm by a different name, that of the Cosmic Hollow. But before it was ruled over by the four courts, it was a frontier of space and stars. And the figures that would become known as the Wayward, Dorj Falkar, were three sisters named Saga, Kaleo, and Niv. Saga could spin a story, tales of great tragedy and romance. She kept her sisters entertained. Kaleo was an excellent mimic. Every sound around her she could duplicate. And they said that Niv, voiceless as she was, would take spider silk and weave visions of the future. But there was no way for these three sisters to take the kingdom presented to them and split it evenly 3 ways. So Kaleo and Saga banded together. And because Niv scared the other two the most, they took Niv to the edge of the void and threw her in. And as she fell, right at the last moment, Niv found her voice. She screams and fills their heads with horrible visions. Visions of destruction, of death and blood and stars falling. And Kaleo and Saga split the kingdom evenly. And they became the court of light and the court of darkness. And many, many centuries passed, and a force of the void shattered the sky and tore the courts asunder. And the two sisters were forced into subservience, leaving the wilds of the Fae to new beasts and new horrors. And as Kaliana ends her story, we're going to go ahead and end here for this episode of Bonus Action. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. Good night, Wild Country.